for joining us, everyone. I'm going to bring up Dr. Bumpus to the podium to get the Fall Honors Convocation started. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and welcome everyone, our honorees, our guests, members of our student body and faculty and alumni, faculty emeritus, and we're really happy to have you here this evening. I think it's really important and significant that the University of Louisville Hospital just celebrated the progression of 200 years in healthcare, starting with Marine Hospital in 1823, leading on to the various iterations, and then ultimately what culminated in the current University Hospital, which is being expanded and developed. But I think what that speaks to, in my mind, is commitment. And commitment to helping the community and commitment to helping others. And as a profession of medicine, we profess to do something. And I think what we profess to do is hard work and have impact. So to do hard work and have impact, often it's important, but it's often overlooked. And there are these occasions that we have to stop for just a moment and to say thank you, and to acknowledge excellence. And excellence is something that should be acknowledged. And we should acknowledge it in every sector, in every way, in every type of way that we can think of, from things like compassion to science, technology, but all of it involves the one thing. I see a person in this room who I have great admiration for, Dr. Harlan Polk. And one thing he impressed me with as a student, he said, Dr. Bumpus, you may not be in control of what little or how much intellect you have, but you do have control over how much industry you have. And if you work hard, you might be able to accomplish some good things. So I think what happens with excellence often is a lot of industry. And I appreciate the people here being recognized for hard work, and it's a great opportunity for us to do that. So without further ado, let's kick off our celebration tonight. And I'd like to welcome to our podium Dr. Barbara Isaacs, as she will present the first three awards. Barbara.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bumpus. Before I begin, I would like to thank you and your staff for reinstituting a live program. 3 years of Zoom presentations weren't satisfactory to me, and I imagine for anybody else here. This is the sort of program that really needs to be in person, and I'm very glad that everybody's together in this room. The Kornhauser Foundation was established in 1954 as the charitable foundation of the Louisville Graduate Club of Phi Delta Epsilon. The Kornhauser Foundation administers 3 endowed funds established by various alumni and interested parties to support needy and worthy medical students. These endowments tonight will be providing the funds for the 3 awards I'm presenting. The Kornhauser Foundation chooses the recipients from nominations submitted by the School of Medicine's Prizes and Awards Committee. Those of us on the board would again like to thank the committee for their assistance in selecting candidates to meet with us over brunch. On behalf of our board, I would like to say that we truly wish we could give awards to everybody who was sent to us. These are all worthy, intelligent, articulate young people, and our decisions were made only with the greatest difficulty. The first award is the Drs. Merle, Martin, and Benjamin Kaplan Award. This was established by Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Kaplan. Mr. Kaplan, by the way, was a lawyer. And in spite of that, he loved his 3 brothers, Merle, Martin, and Benjamin, who were all graduates of the University of School of Medicine, classes of 1934, 41, and 46. Dr. Martin Kaplan established a large pediatric practice in Louisville, and although he died in 2009, his practice is still here 75 or more years later. Dr. Benjamin Kaplan was a professor in cardiology at Northwestern University, and he was actively teaching until his death in 2019. Dr. Merle Kaplan practiced gastroenterology in New Orleans and was chief of internal medicine at the Touro Infirmary in the late 1950s and early 1960s. He remained on staff there until he died in 1986. This award is presented to a student or students who during their first year have exhibited scholarship, leadership, character, and a keen interest in medicine. This year, we couldn't decide on one person, so my first will be the second place award for Mr. Nicholas Stone. The first place winner is Miss Nia Blanchard. Bear with me a minute. The Dr. Herbert Wald and Armand Gordon Phi Delta Epsilon Scholarship Award was first presented in 1975 after it was established by Dr. and Mrs. Herbert Wald with the Kornhauser Foundation. Dr. Wald was a beloved surgeon in the local community, and when he retired, he spent his time in the gross anatomy lab. He loved nothing more than he did teaching and spending time with medical students. In 2006, Dr. Armand Gordon, a member of the U of L Medical School class of 45, an internist and member of Phi Delta Epsilon, who also loved teaching and wanted to help medical students, gave a very generous gift to the Kornhauser Foundation. Because of this, we added his name to the award. This award is presented to a student who during their second year of medical school, yes, they are a third-year student now, was outstanding in scholarship, student leadership, and dedication to community service. This year, the award goes to Ms. Bailey Poslin. The Max Guerin Scholarship was also established by the Sidney Kornhauser Foundation, but this one was in 1969 to honor Dr. Max Guerin, who was a graduate of the class of 1929 who practiced internal medicine here in Louisville. He died in 1994 after a long career of practicing medicine in private practice, and he spent his retirement volunteering at the VA, among other places. The criteria for this award are based on the characteristics which made Dr. Guerin the wonderful physician he was. I regret to say I never met him because the qualities that they say he had were scholarship, leadership, dignity, conscience, humility without desire for fame, devotion to medicine, zeal for knowledge, consideration for the whole patient, integrity without thirst for gain, regard for wiser people, respect for teachers of medicine, and compassion for mankind. That's a lot. And after having had brunch with these people, we have selected Ms. Caitlin Ellis for this award. The next award will be given by Dr. Middle.
Hello, everyone. The Schwartz Insurance Group Scholarship Award is awarded to a medical student who demonstrates academic achievement, involvement in student activities, and dedication to community of service. This year's recipient is deeply involved with both the Louisville and Madisonville communities as a Trover Rural Track student. She has given back to the School of Medicine through her passions for teaching, mentoring, advocacy, and servant leadership. This year's recipient has a demonstrated passion for rural primary care and women's health and aspires to continue her career as an OBGYN resident. I am pleased to announce that this year's recipient is Maria Shields. Although Maria is joining us virtually from Madisonville tonight, so congratulations to Maria virtually. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Y'all got to remember to turn the page on these scripts now. Come on. Let's see here. Nope. Come on. Get to the good stuff. Here we go. All right. Getting into the named awards is always a big deal. The Dr. Israel Muss Memorial Award is given in honor of Dr. Israel Muss, who was a member of the clinical faculty of the Department of Medicine. Dr. Muss was recognized for his innovative work in the treatment of muscular dystrophy, and this award is presented to a junior student who has demonstrated a combination of scholarship, breadth of interest, and a deep humane concern for others. These traits very much characterize the man for whom the award is named, and I am pleased that the Prizes and Awards Committee has selected future Dr. Patrick Merkel to receive the Israel Muss Award. I believe future Dr. Merkel is currently on rotation in Cincinnati, and so we are blessed to be joined by his mother. All right. As you all may know, I am not a pathologist, but I am going to present the pathology award anyway, if I can find it up here. So, I'm a frequent consumer of their product, so I can speak to this a little bit. And since they're not able to present today, I will present this year's newest members of the Pathology Honors Society on behalf of the Inter-Society Council for Pathology Information. This year's inductees are recognized for their special aptitude and scholastic achievement in the discipline of pathology. Congratulations to our new inductees. Will you please come to the podium as I call your name? Paige Avery. Okay. Annalie Brewer. Okay. Campbell Edwards. Jack Feist. Hey, there we go. Claire Feller. Stacy Henley. Cassidy Napier. We have a couple of in absentia recipients, Grace Promer and Natalie West, and then Megan Wilson. I don't know if you want a non-pathologist in your picture. let it be recorded in the minutes as Dr. Juliana Brown comes to the podium that she is an excellent, excellent educator of people in internal medicine, a top-rate clinician, and a very good friend.
I am here tonight to present the John Walker Moore Scholarship Award. This is in honor of Dr. John Walker Moore, who was the 13th Dean of the School of Medicine. He was the dean during World War II, during which time most of the student body was in uniform and were enrolled in an accelerated curriculum, producing physicians on a 3-year, year-round schedule. He was an outstanding teacher, internist, cardiologist, and authority on blood chemistry. He was elected to the Association of American Physicians and was president of the Association of American Medical Colleges in 1945 to 1946. The John Walker Moore Scholarship is given to the most outstanding student in the internal medicine clerkship during the 3rd year, both in academic performance but also in clinical performance, because we really want to recognize those outstanding students who perform in both areas. And so this year, the department has selected Madeline Southall to receive this award. And Dr. Jennifer Wood will present the next award.
Hello, everyone. I am here to present the S. Spofford Ackerley Award for Psychiatry. Dr. S. Spofford Ackerley, Distinguished Professor Emeritus and former chair of the Department of Psychiatry from 1947 to 1963, was instrumental in building our department to its present status in teaching, service, and research. Dr. Ackerley expanded the Louisville Child Guidance Center, begun in 1913, which is now the Bigham Child Guidance Center. In 1963, to honor Dr. Ackerley, Mr. and Mrs. Barry Bigham Sr. established a trust fund from which this award is made. The S. Spofford Ackerley Award is presented to the junior student who has shown the greatest proficiency in psychiatry. And this year's recipient was no exception to that. He excelled in his 3rd year clerkship and constantly honored all of his psychiatry rotations in his 4th year so far. He's just shown exemplary professionalism, an excellence in patient care, and also just a wonderful addition to our department and our team. So I'm pleased to present this year's award to Jonathan Ludwig. And Dr. Middle will be presenting the next award.
Dr. Anshaw was originally slated to present this award, but unfortunately, she was unable to come tonight because of illness, but she did want me to express her heartfelt congratulations for all of the award recipients tonight. She's super proud of everyone and all the hard work that you've put into your medical school training. The Janky B. Maines Memorial Award was established by the class of 1982 in memory of their classmate, Janky B. Maines. Janky and her son, Bruce, unfortunately were killed in an automobile accident. At the time of her death, she was a first-year medical student who had a special interest in human embryology. This award honors Janky and her son. It is presented to a student who is a parent and who has excelled in human embryology during the first year of medical school. Not only did this year's recipient excel in human embryology, but she also served as the class of 2026 vice president and had a baby during her first year of medical school. This year's recipient is Dr. Courtney Shepard. Dr. Jennifer Bruckner-Collins will present the next two awards.
Good evening, everybody. The Dr. Atwood P. Latham Memorial Prize in Anatomy was established in 1928 by Mrs. Mary P. Latham in memory of her husband. This award is presented to the first-year student who is most proficient in anatomy. The student selected this year consistently came to lecture and anatomy lab ready to learn and contribute in a meaningful way. This student always asked insightful and informed questions, and the entire CADE teaching team enjoyed working with him. It is my privilege to award this year's Latham Memorial Prize to Nick Stone. The Dr. Vernon O. Cash Award was established by Mrs. Vernon Cash to honor her husband, a 1936 graduate of University of Louisville School of Medicine. Mrs. Cash has asked that this award be given to the most outstanding student in anatomy. The student selected this year is a brilliant and humble leader. Their knowledge of anatomy and their work ethic are both unrivaled. This student is also a natural and gifted teacher. It is my privilege to announce Nia Blanchard as the recipient of this award. Because that is my reminder that Dr. Steve Ellis will announce the next award.
Good evening, everyone. So each year, the Department of Biochemistry and Molecular Genetics provides an award for excellence in medical biochemistry to the most outstanding student, first-year medical students in the Molecular Basis of Life, Defense, and Disease course during the previous academic year. The award honors Professor Mary Anderson Hilton, a long-term faculty member of the department who dedicated her life to medical education. This year, we had a statistical dead heat for top honors in the course. And rather than make a difficult decision, we decided to award two people. All right, so would Nicholas Stone and Sarah Vergas please come up? Dr. Carolyn Casella will provide the next award.
I just love being at award ceremonies. They're just so much fun. You get to see all these happy people. And I love to see all the students that I know getting awards. Just makes me happy. Okay, so it's my pleasure to announce this year's recipient of the Letitia Shelby Kimsey Taylor Award for Excellence in Microbiology and Immunology. This award is in honor of Dr. Kimsey Taylor, who taught microbiology to the Health Science Campus for 29 years, from 1947 to 1976. She received several teaching awards, and she was so well beloved by students that she was affectionately called Ma Kimsey. This award was first given in her honor in 1976 and is awarded to the medical student who achieves the highest academic achievement in both microbiology and immunology. This student has shown an aptitude not only for the vast number of microbes discussed in both preclinical years, but also in the immunology content of the first year, which many students find challenging. Both of these subjects, as many of you know here, are near and dear to my heart, and therefore it gives me great pleasure to present the Letitia Shelby Kinsey Taylor Award for Excellence in Microbiology and Immunology to Stacy Henley. Dr. Brian Surisa is the next announcer.
Good evening. It's an honor for me to present on the behalf of the Department of Pharmacology and Toxicology the Henry Gray Barber Memorial Award in Medical Pharmacology. This award was established in 1964 in honor of Dr. Barber. He was a clinician scientist who was committed to patient care, his neurobiology research, and educating the next generation of clinician scientists. In the early stages of his career, he held academic appointments at Yale School of Medicine and McGill University before joining the faculty at the University of Louisville in 1923. He was chair of the Department of Pharmacology from 1923 to 1931. This award is given to the second-year student. This award is given to a student selected by the Department of Pharmacology based on their performance in the preclinical curriculum. And this year's recipient is Campbell Edwards. And I understand Campbell is not here, so we will give him his award when he is available. The next presenter is Dr. Justin Yacek.
Good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure to present the Department of Obstetrics, Gynecology, and Women's Health Outstanding Third Year Student Award, which was established in 1975. The award is given to the student or students achieving the most outstanding scores in the academic clerkship and the most superior performance on the clinical rotation. I am also happy to present that I received this award back in 2017, so it makes a great OBGYN. It is my pleasure to present this award today to Katie Ellis. And next up, Dr. Sandy Kavaloukas will be presenting the next award.
Good evening. Morgan Williams is an aspiring medical student who died tragically in a car accident. And his parents, his mother, Louisville native, and his father was a graduate of our medical school, endowed this award. The Morgan Williams Award is presented to the student who demonstrates the best performance in surgery during their third year. The award is based on evaluation of scholarship, devotion to humane patient care, imagination, and acceptance of responsibility as judged by the chair and selected faculty members. This year's recipient has exemplified these qualities well before, during, and after her third year. She has not only participated in led bench research experiments in the Price Institute for Surgical Research, but she has also single-handedly conducted her own research evaluation of the third-year surgical clerkship. The student has numerous glowing evaluations from attending physicians, which speaks to her presence on rotations, multiple residents endorsing her choice to pursue surgery, and we can only hope that she decides to stay here for her training. This year, the award is given to Cheyenne Cook. And Dr. Irving Joshua will present the next award.
Thank you, and good evening to everyone. I am here to present the Thomas B. Calhoun Memorial Physiology Award. Dr. B. Calhoun was an outstanding teacher and leader in medical education. Dr. Calhoun was the chair of the Department of Physiology and Biophysics from 1967 through 1980. The department and Friends established Memorial Award in honor of Dr. Calhoun. Dr. Calhoun, he exemplified scholarship, leadership, ethical character, and an unending desire to help others understand the application of physiological concepts in medical practice and in research. The Thomas B. Calhoun Memorial Physiology Award, which is a plaque and also a monetary award, is presented to the student or students who during the second year have shown excellence in academic performance and scholarly achievement in the study of physiology. This year's recipient is Megan Wilson. The next award will be presented by Dr. Sarah Corti.
Thank you and good evening. In 1986, the Billy F. Andrews MD Scholarship for Pediatrics was established by the Department of Peds. Dr. Andrews was chairman of the department from 1969 until he retired in the spring of 1993. With the support of the faculty of the department and special friends, he was able to write a book that was published in 1986. The book reflects Dr. Andrews' philosophy of teaching in everyday life. The proceeds from this publication fund annually the award which recognizes a student who best exemplifies qualities of scholarship, aptitude for pediatrics, and potential for an academic career in pediatric medicine. In 2015, the Dr. Billy F. Andrews Academic Excellence in Peds Board was established by the Department of Peds by combining the Billy F. Andrews Scholarship and the Academic Excellence. This award recognizes a student who has excelled throughout their pediatric clerkship and other pediatric rotations. It is my great pleasure to announce that this year, Madeline Southall has been selected to receive the Dr. Billy F. Andrews Academic Excellence in Pediatrics Award. Allie Jen will present the next award.
My name is Allie Jin, and I'm the service chair for the class of 2026. I am here on behalf of the Student Council to present an award to a faculty member who has contributed greatly to the development of medical students. This, in fact, is the only unanimous vote I've ever seen the Student Council have, and it's because this person goes above and beyond to make sure that all medical students feel welcome and cared about. He always takes his time out of his day to offer us encouraging words, and I know the entire Student Council and all of our classes feel that way. This year, I'm pleased to present the University of Louisville Student Council Staff Appreciation Award to Marcus Hayes. Roland Lee will present the next award.
Thank you, everyone, and good evening. My name is Roland Lee, and I'm the president of the class of 2026. Each year at the Fall Honors Convocation, each class presents a Golden Apple Award to a faculty member that they felt was instrumental in assisting them in their educational endeavors during the year. These next 3 awards will be presented by the class leadership from the classes of 2026, 2025, and 2024. Before I give my remarks, I'd like to begin with a quote. "A good teacher is like a candle. It consumes itself to light the way for others." Mustafa Ataturk. This quote exemplifies the Golden Apple winner for our class, a professor that has sacrificed Saturday mornings to host review sessions during MBLDD, that may or may not have bribed us with donuts at those sessions, and that is or has been involved in almost every aspect of the School of Medicine, probably since its founding in 1837. On behalf of the class of 2026, I am pleased to present the Golden Apple Teaching Award to Dr. Steve Ellis.
Good evening, and hopefully we'll wrap up this thing pretty soon so you all can get home. I'm Joseph Holland. I am the president of the class of 2025, and I'm honored to be here to present this award. As students, we're reminded daily of the importance of our education and the curriculum. For those fortunate enough to lead, the significance extends beyond acquiring knowledge. It involves cultivating compassion, empathy, and trust with others. We are compelled not only by the pursuit of excellence in education, but also to uphold the promises we made to our peers. This recipient of the Class of 2025 Golden Apple Award is an individual who exemplifies just that as an educator, leader, and dean. Throughout our second and third years, she has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to the student experience and success. We as a class wholeheartedly believe that the current state of our success could not be achievable without her integral role in our development. On behalf of the class of 2025, it is an honor to bestow the Golden Apple upon Dr. Suzanne Kingery. Thank you so much for your continued education and dedication to our class and those who come behind us.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rishi Janala, the class vice president for the class of 2024. Throughout our class's 4 years, we have had a plethora of mentors and advisors help us traverse the rigors of our medical school education, and we are so grateful for each one of you who have helped us with our journey. With all that said, we have not been able to transition and then I believe flourish through our clinical clerkships of our third year without the overwhelming levels of support from this individual. His involvement with the leadership of our cohort has impacted us greatly and has bettered all of our futures. So on behalf of the class of 2024, I am pleased to present the Golden Apple Teaching Award to Dr. Russell Farmer. We'll now have Dr. Bumpus finish us off.
Thank you, Rishi.
So the Medical Alumni Scholarship Award was established from funds contributed by the Medical Alumni Association. This award is presented to a student or students who have exhibited academic excellence and scholarliness during his or her medical education. This year's recipient is highly decorated with numerous awards, is a member of both AOA and the GHHS Honor Society, and also made time throughout his time at U of L to grow pumpkins with Dr. Ellis in the student garden. This year, the Alumni Scholarship Award is presented to William Southall. William cannot be present tonight, unfortunately, to receive the award. His wife, Maddie Southall, is Maddie here? Come on forth, Maddie. I've seen you. The Dean's Leadership Award is bestowed upon a student from the graduating class who, during their time at the School of Medicine, showed great dedication and service to their fellow student body, and also maintained excellent relationships and communications with faculty and staff. This year's recipient did extraordinary work as the chief tutor and led the student-led tutor program in the School of Medicine. He tutored students himself, managed 70-plus tutors, trained tutors, and oversaw the student-led curriculum development. He then went on to present on the chief tutor hierarchy in student-led tutoring at the SGSA spring meeting alongside Ms. Sharon Gordon, Dr. Durrett, and Dr. Middle. This is an exceptional award because it demonstrates a dedication to others greater than a dedication to self. This year's Dean's Leadership Award is presented to Stokes Rao. Stokes is away on an externship rotation in Colorado and unable to be with us, but we will make certain that he receives this award and the congratulations of this audience. In my closing remarks, I would just like to say it's amazing if you look at this, that there is a legacy of awards. Many of these awards were established in the early 1900s. They have a long period of time. I am humbled to say that I remember receiving one of these awards, the Morgan Williams Award, in 1987 from Drs. Gil Cryer and Dr. Frank Miller. And that stood with me. And both them and many other of my mentors in medicine and my mentors in life reminded me, and I'll remind you, that with awards and honors go responsibilities. And with that, I would say to he or she who has given much, much is expected. So take this award and then make this award. And by making this award, you're going to make impact and continue to do well. So that's what the sign of an award is your key to the future to continue to contribute and continue to be an important part of medicine in America and to help people that we strive to serve. I thank you all for being here this evening, and I wish you the happiest of holiday seasons. Thank you.